Hey guys, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate all of you guys. This is part 2 to channeling Fred Trump Jr. I will admit in the last video I was completely unprepared and the reading caught me off guard. Mind you, I'm the reader, but it caught me off guard. But that was my fault because I left it open for whatever spirit wanted to pass along to us, and I probably will do that again at the end of the reading, but this time I come prepared because I'm going to be responding to a comment that was left by a viewer in regards to the last video, and I have a few questions of my own to ask. So thank you, Roy Hogan, for submitting this comment. I thought it was a good one, and I'm going to read to you what he wrote. He said that Donald could not have disinherited Fred Jr.'s family of their rightful share of Fred Sr.'s estate without the complicit and culpability of his other siblings. After all, they benefited by gaining a cut of Fred Jr.'s inheritance. They are all guilty of conspiracy to commit fraud and theft. They are all responsible for the sick baby's demise without treatment. Fred Jr.'s family lawyers challenged the veracity of the last will and testament, and the judge who heard the case found in favor of the siblings and became husband to the sister Trump, who then herself became a judge. I knew that Trump's sister, Marianne, I think her name was, I think she resigned, was a judge. I did not know that the judge presiding over the case of the contested will became her husband. So we're going to get into that in a few minutes. Now, first, I'm going to start off this reading by asking Spirit for protection for myself and the viewers who are watching this video. I ask for clarity and I ask for peace. And I ask that everyone, just help with compassion and love. So yeah, let's get into this. We're gonna go with my pendulum. And the first question that I'm going to ask Spirit is whether or not Fred Jr. is with us. Okay. So the next question I will ask is whether or not he is willing to speak. No, he doesn't want to speak. Okay, so next question I will ask is, will he speak anyways? Yes. Okay. Well then. So next question I'm asking Spirit is, does he feel that I'm being a little intrusive? No. Is it just that it's too much for him? Aww. I'm sorry. Okay. So then I'm going to ask, may I continue? Okay. All right. We always have to remember that we have to be respectful. Just because someone has passed away doesn't mean that their energy is dissipated or, they don't feel. They do. So, the first question that I'm going to ask is whether or not Fred Jr. felt isolated from the family. Okay, so we have the Sun here. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Three of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so the truth is it wasn't a family affair. Pretty much. This is the card for celebration. This is the card for an affair. And this is the rich man. Oh, I'm not too sure if this is him or if this is his father. I think this is him, his father, and Donald. And I feel this is saying to me, it's not necessarily that he felt isolated from them. And he wanted to isolate himself from the family because he didn't think like them. This wasn't a family affair. He was honest. He doesn't think the way they do, and he didn't condone a lot of things that they did. And because of that, he was different. And I'm just going to ask for validation, or, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But am I right? So I'm missing something because the pendulum falls right in the middle. It's not saying yes, it's not saying no. Oh, for those of you who are just tuning in, this is my yes and this is my no. So I'm going to keep pulling. There is something that I'm missing here. So we have the card for regret and despair. And the Ace of Wands. And so I think he's saying that he knows his family was imbalanced. And then I'm going to ask for confirmation on this. Yeah. He knew that they were unfair. He knew, is this in relation to crimes? No, he's not going to answer that. Is this in relation to how they treated people? Yes. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay, so the next question that I'm going to ask is whether or not he was disinherited because of his alcoholism. Because I think I remember Trump saying they felt that he was a loose cannon and he would have spent all his money and all this in a fit. So let's see if there's any truth to that. The Lovers. The Ten of Pentacles. So, no, that's not true. And the Knight of Cups. And yeah, see, the Ace of Swords, it's the sword of truth. The fact that it comes in reverse tells me immediately that this is not true. And I'm wondering if it had something to do with his wife. Because we have the card of union here. And then we have the card of stability, the money, the loss of money. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is romance. This is Romeo. This is, or charging forward with a union. So I'm wondering if they had a problem with who he married or was with. Yeah, okay. Is that why they didn't support his family? No. That's not why they didn't support his family. But they had issues with your spouse? No. Did they have issues with the family per se? Yes. Was it because of financial or class status? Yes. Okay. Okay. So he was not disinherited because of his alcoholism. That was just a lie that they put out there. It had more to do with the choices he's made in people. He didn't care. He wasn't superficial. Let's just put it like that. He saw people for who they were on the inside rather than what they had. So the question that I want to ask is, does he blame his siblings for the death of his son? So we have the Three of Wands. So 3 people talked about it, because this is the card of negotiations or taking something on. And you know, for some reason, I just see 3. I'm seeing 3 people. 3 people talked about it. And we know that one is going to be Donald Trump. One is Marianne, because she obviously she married the person, the judge in this situation. So yeah, this is a traveling, moving forward with something. This is the plan. 3 people came up with this plan. And then we have the card for the moon, which I'm not sure what this is referencing to in this case. We have the moon. The moon is, oh, I see what this is saying. He doesn't blame all of them. Half or something like that, a portion. It's something being brought to light, but slowly. It's half of a truth. So then we have the 9 of Wands. And then, yeah, it's still coming up in 3s, guys, or multiple of 3s. We have 3, 9, and we have 3 here. So it's 3 people he blames. The 9 of Wands, this is someone who is feeling like beaten down, battle weary, tired. They ganged up on him. They made this plan and it came out of the woodworks for him. There was just no way to fight. He could not fight. He was exhausted. And that's where he feels extreme sorrow, because he couldn't help the people he loved the most. He's very, very, like, this still affects him, as it would anybody, but you know, I'm sorry. So I want to, well, you know what? Before I go there, I'm going to ask about the judge real quick. Because I don't think that a judge would do that just because they hope to marry a person. I think there's more into this. No court would honor a will that has been drafted in state of duress or while a person is not quite aware of what is happening. So I feel that the judge must have been initially paid off. And I want to ask Fred Jr. if this was the case. No. So was it because he was in love with your sister? So that's a yes. Okay, so I was wrong. Okay. Was he aware of the circumstances surrounding the case? No. Is this judge passed? That's a little, it's looking like a yes, but it's not a strong yes. Is the judge aware now of yes? Is there any regret? Yes. Does he feel that Marianne was dishonest with him? Yes. Okay. So, the last question that I want to ask are about his thoughts on the rest of his siblings, or all of his siblings. And these cards want to come flying out. Oh, well, one card wants to reveal itself. See, the Page of Swords is really a card of, it's one of my crazy cards. I'm going to have to keep pulling to see what he's talking about. So, it's calling them manipulative, greedy. This is his sister. And they need to retreat from this. And we have the Five of Swords. They have a win at all costs mentality. And then we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card of, getting what you want, or as far as relationships or unions are. So this is telling me here is that he's obviously not happy with them. I'm going to have to, let me just look into my little index here, because in reference to this question, it just means exactly what I said it means. He's unhappy with them. They're not happy. There's no joy in the family. It's all about money, money, money. And this winning at all costs. And this suggests to me that he thinks that his family's crazy. There's no compassion. They lack compassion. And for some reason, he keeps bringing up, I would assume, his sister. And I'm going to ask, is this because she's the one who pulls the cards? Yes. Do you think she's crazy? Oops, let me just get this up right here. Do you think she's crazy? So it's just like, it's not even a direct yes. It's something else. It's a yes, but something else. Okay. Then, is it undercover crazy? Yeah. It's cloaked. Okay, then. I'm just going to ask straight up. Was there sexual abuse in the family? I thought so. Was it between father and daughter? I thought so. That's where Trump gets that mentality that he can treat women as he wants to. I thought so. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. This was a little bit somber, but, I pray that he finds peace. Thank you, guys. See you in the next video.